And it looks like Tim and Amy just jumped on with us. Hey guys.
Hey everybody.
So this will be a really good segue because Tim and Amy sent in a question too about launching. They're launching a new program and they first want to launch it organically before they turn on ads. This is what we do with Lindsay's boot camps and things like that. We actually don't turn on ads day one when she goes to launch something. We promote everything organically prior to doing that. So Lindsay, maybe you could kind of just share, like, do you have any like thoughts on like what you've done historically for those launches, like anything that like works for you in that?
Yeah, so usually I'll start with like, I like to tease it to my audience that something's coming if it's a big new thing. So ideally I like them involved in like the creation of something. I feel like it helps people get invested in like just kind of teasers along the way, like what do you think I'm working on, like pictures on social media and stories and stuff. So people are kind of like, oh, something's coming. I don't know when, I don't know what's going on. And then before I'm ready to launch, I'll have a whole like launch planned out. And so usually if like the launch is on a Thursday, usually starting Tuesday, I'll post things like something new is coming or stay tuned. I'll usually launch it live on like a Facebook Live, and I'll do an event so people can like RSVP to the event, and it kind of goes out to more people if it's an event, I think. Let's see what else. We do emails. Sometimes I'll do like one of those big Instagram squares. So it's like kind of cryptic, like something's covering the whole, people just get people like, what's going on? Oh my gosh, what's happening? You know? And then let's see, usually like for my content for the few days after a launch is like all related to whatever I launched. Maybe it's a meal from the program, a workout from the program, a giveaway. Usually if you can do a giveaway or people have to tag friends in it, it just gets the word out to people. And then the whole week, then I've got people, and then I'll share stories. Usually I'll have a Facebook group that goes along with something and people are in there saying like, this is so awesome. Or I just started and I feel so great. And so I'll share those for a little while. All of this is before we start ads. So mainly because we want to get people, anyone who's going to buy it, we'd rather not spend money to have to get them to buy it. We'd rather get them to buy it for free and then use our ads to get it out to other people that didn't see it organically.
Yeah. So if you kind of, go back on what kind of Lindsay was just saying there. So there's really what we're doing is you're just tackling it from every possible audience that you have. So you're really looking at it and being like, okay, I have, an email list over here. Who are these people? Like, what do they need to know, right? What's the messaging towards it? And then, do you have a Facebook group? Do you have whatever, like, Instagram, Facebook? Doesn't matter the number of followers that you have on each of those platforms, because you start with that audience and that's what you're promoting, right? You're just letting that be the fuel and the fire to start to pick up momentum with all of this. And during this period of time, if we find something that's working in that first like launch period like that, then Lindsay will be like, hey, this one worked really well. Like, here's something that's working. So we're preparing and we're grabbing all that stuff to put into the ads, right? We're saying, okay, wow, that email got great open rates. Maybe we should use the email subject line that we use there as the ad headline, because it really got people like clicking and doing stuff, right? So we're watching all of those kind of metrics as we're kind of building that up. But like Lindsay was kind of saying too, like, really don't know like what's going to hold the biggest weight and where people are going to see it. Some of your audience might be, diehard fans, and they'll be checking their email from you and they'll be going on social, but like chances are like they might just kind of glance and see something. And what I think that sometimes we do is we worry that, well, we're going to annoy them because we already sent an email, so I don't want to post today on Facebook. It's like, there's a good chance that only like 1% of people saw that email, and no one, that's on Facebook maybe even checks the email. So it's like you want to make sure that you're hitting it from all angles at once and overdoing it so that they at least see it a couple times, and don't be hesitant to really, really like go hard on that launch.
Interesting. Okay.
The other thing that I would say is that Lindsay's also really careful when she launches something to not confuse with lots of different offers, right? So if it's boot camp, if it's a certain new product, if it's, you know, protein, whatever it might be, it's not promoting, here's boot camp, and then the next day it's like, hey guys, you should, you know, check out my 30-day
focus on
program.
one thing for a while.
Yep. And it's like 3 weeks, 4 weeks of that. Like find like that groove of a campaign. Like, for example, you'll see even with like TV commercials or like stuff like there's trends, right? A proactive like commercial or something like that will trend with like, you know, Adam Levine for the next like 3 months or something, right? But they run that same thing to a point where, have you seen that commercial? Like, have you seen this or have you seen that? It's like, it's done in a way that like, you need to see something 5-7 times before it launches. So that's why Lindsay teases it. So they're like, now they're waiting for it, something's coming. And then it starts to come, right? And it's like, whoa, okay, this is what it is. You know, I'm not sure about this, or I'm not on board, or they just kind of glance, you know, they're scrolling through Facebook. You got to think that when your customers are on Facebook or Instagram or wherever they're at, why are they there? It's the end of the day. They're winding down, they're bored at work, they are, you know, they're zombies on their phone all the time. So they're just like literally just all day long. Like, why, what's the motivation of being there? And what we got to do is we got to pattern interrupt like the noise. So literally they're seeing stuff all the time. And if they're always seeing the same things and it's always kind of the same, you know, pattern, what we want to do is we need to like jolt them with like a really interesting question or a, you know, some social proof or something that's going to stop them in their tracks, like a funny picture or like anything. As someone's scrolling, they're going to see the image first or the video. Next, they're going to read, there's a headline at the bottom. They're going to see kind of what the post is, kind of the headline there. Next, they're going to jump up and they're going to see the actual copy and kind of that read more section. So what you want to be looking at is all those different key placements is really where you want to make sure that there's focused energy into what's being said and how you think that person, how you would capture the attention of somebody that's there. And then does that content have a, you know, a shareable like type of like, is it shareable type of content? So if you're promoting a boot camp or you're promoting a product, well, show somebody, you know, like for example, for Inside Out with Chelsea and Katie, like show someone, you know, trying on the product and like kind of like dancing around with it and being like this person and like tell their story, right? Because like that just shows that that's what it is and what they love about it. And then that can be shareable. Like they're doing something cool while wearing your product, right? Or they're saying something that resonates with your product. Now they want to share it and they want to promote it to their friends and tell other people about it. Even if they don't buy the product, you're getting free advertising by them sharing it. So Lindsay does a post with a workout, for example. We're doing a lower body workout at home using only household items to do the workout and it blows up, right? Well, she's, you know, just that alone, like share this with your friends, right? Or say something like that, like in your post, like share this with somebody that, you know, has a dog, right? Or something like that. And like, check out my dog workout or wait till the end. Like Lindsay will put stuff like that, like wait till the end to see the best part of the video. And then it's like her doing like squats with her dog, right? Like
my
stuff
cute
like that.
dog. So
cute dog. So yeah, so kind of creating that content that your people will do some of that work. And that's why giveaways are really good because they tag other people, they get people involved. You know, join our Facebook group where we're going to announce the winner to that giveaway, things like that, so that you are creating a community and you're creating a reason for them to share and promote and kind of start to grow the awareness of the campaign.
Mm.
So with like, for example, like Tim and Amy with like you guys right now with this new launch, kind of thinking about all these different angles and saying, okay, what this means is that for the next, during this launch period of, let's say you just set aside like 3-4 weeks, literally this is all you're talking about. That's it, right? Like create a post, a workout, do your kind of regular routine and stuff that you've promised your audience, but always kind of just be like in our new program or in this, like, guys, like I'm so excited for this. Like I want to share this with you. So during today's, during today's or like the Wednesday weekly workout or whatever that you're already doing, here's, I want to talk about this before we get started today. You're gonna talk about it, you're gonna blast out an email, you're gonna keep doing all that kind of stuff. But just don't worry about over promotion, because you're gonna have like a date that you've kind of set internally that you're gonna kind of slow that down and stop it. And then you can go back to the regular kind of routine. But again, companies will always cycle through campaigns. We're gonna do this campaign, we're gonna try this campaign. And so this is just kind of part of that whole cycle as well. And if you can get that organic traction, then that's when, like Lindsay was saying, then we can turn on ads after that period and just let those run with the learnings. The ads are going to do better. There's going to be more engagement. There's going to be more conversion data. You're going to understand what that audience looks like. And is basically always the truth is that if it's not converting organically, it's very rare that you're going to put money behind it and it's going to just blow up. It can slowly increase over time. Like you can slowly get there, but if it's not performing organically, it's really rare. If just nobody wants it, then it's very rare that it's going to like just take off right out of the gate. There's some learning that needs to happen. So cool. Does that kind of help with some of your guys's like, it was kind of perfect timing, like Tim and Amy, like you kind of jumped in right when we were like talking about that stuff. I know, Lindsay, I think you have a hard stop, so I think that you probably need to take off, but not that I'm kicking you off if anything changed, but I know you mentioned that. So thanks for your insights and sharing with everybody. So
See you guys.
Hey, Lindsay, nice
Hey.
to meet you.
See you, Lindsay. So yeah, let's kind of just pick up from here. Any questions on like that launch? I know that like with Chelsea and Katie with Inside Out, you guys are, you've been doing this for a little while, but still you're still in like launch mode, right? You're still building up those campaigns, you're still launching. And Tim and Amy, you guys are ready to launch this new thing. Like, what are your guys' like questions or thoughts around this? And if we need to pick things up too and do stuff in the group, or I need to share some stuff with you in there, I can do that this week too. So.
I would say, first of all, hi, everybody. And I'm sorry that we're late to the call. We're moving my mom into a senior living community and she's having a hard time. So it's been very emotional, but good. But anyway, so yeah, we jumped on at a great time. Thank you. And tell Lindsay, thank you too.